Hello, welcome to the 2010 through 2011 NFL regular season schedule, Week 7 picks. We're going to start off at 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox between San Francisco and Carolina. San Francisco has an edge in talent on offense with Gore and tight end Davis. When you look at the quarterbacks, San Francisco has an edge too, with Smith over the newly promoted Moore. The Panthers have the NFL's worst offense, and Moore, the Week 1 starter, has his old job back in place of rookie Clausen. 49ers 19, Panthers 16. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's St. Louis at Tampa Bay. Tampa rookie D-tackle McCoy insists he is going to play more reckless and have more impact. He has no sacks this season. This would be a good week to start causing havoc. His Oklahoma teammate Bradford is on the other side of the line. The Bucs feel rookie receiver Ben is on the verge of breaking out as a serious downfield threat. Tampa already has a quality tight end in Winslow and a solid rookie receiver in Williams. I'll say Buccaneers 18, Rams 15. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Buffalo at Baltimore. The Ravens and the Bills are heading into two different directions. The Ravens are setting their sights on the playoffs while the Bills are just looking for a win. Both teams have something in common, however. They are coming off losses. Nothing new to the Bills. Nonetheless, the Ravens are a proven contender. They are winners of 3 of their last 4 games and 4-2 against a tough 6-game schedule. So Ravens fans have nothing to be ashamed for. Ravens 27, Bills 14. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Cleveland at the Saints. Saints back Ivory had 158 yards against Tampa last week, but was that really production or a chance to abuse a poor defense? Guards Nix and Evans will help make that clear this week. Saints rookie Robinson and journeyman Torrance are going to have to play at the corners for their injury-riddled Saints secondary. Cleveland's McCoy is going to see a defense that walks around and creates scheme recognition problems for the quarterback. That might be way too much for him in this game. Saints 23, Browns 10. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Pittsburgh at the Dolphins. Wallace is averaging 25.1 yards per catch, and Ward is once again the team's leading receiver with 17 catches for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, outside linebacker Harrison has 4.5 sacks, but is also coming off a $75,000 fine for a hit to the head and contemplating retirement. That lasted only 24 hours, and now he might take out his anger on Henne. The other three linebackers, Woodley, Ferrier, and Timmons, aren't exactly chopped liver either, as Timmons leads the team with 67 tackles. Woodley has 3 sacks, an INT, and a forced fumble, and Ferrier is second on the team with 41 tackles. Steelers 23, Dolphins 20. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's Philadelphia at Tennessee. The Titans this season are 4-2 and tied for first place in the AFC South. They're winning the way they often do under longtime coach Fisher, with a productive, if unspectacular, offense and an aggressive, intimidating defense. Perhaps the game's most fascinating storyline will be the Titans' pass rush against the Eagles' quarterbacks. Whoever the latter may be, the Titans lead the NFL with 24 sacks. They have 14 sacks in the last 2 games, and even when they weren't sacking Jags quarterbacks Monday, they had 3 sacks in the game. They were hitting them often enough that Garrard left the game with a concussion and hasn't practiced ever since. Back, Johnson is the NFL's second leading rusher with 596 yards and 7 touchdowns and 4.3 yards per carry average. Tennessee defensive end Babin is tied for the AFC with 6 sacks. Titans 30, Eagles 17. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Jacksonville at Kansas City. KC takes on its 3rd consecutive foe from the AFC South, having dropped narrow decisions to Houston and Indianapolis. Late defensive breakdowns cost the Chiefs in last week's 35-31 loss to Houston, but their offense is really coming around, with quarterback Cassell putting together his best game with the Chiefs. He matched a career high with 3 touchdown passes and had a season high 122.9 passer rating. Chiefs 18, Jaguars 9. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's Washington at Chicago. For the Bears, the big question is whether running back Forte can bounce back from an ugly game last week against Seattle, when he carried for 8 times for just 11 yards. Forte is capable of being an explosive player, as evidenced by a 68-yard touchdown run and 89-yard touchdown catch this season. But he too often fails to find holes beyond the Bears' subpar O-line. For the Redskins, the pressure will be on McNabb, playing in his hometown of Chi-Town, to have a big game. McNabb has been okay but not great in his first season with the Redskins, and he'll likely have a hard time contending with the Bears' pass rush, which is led by Peppers. Bears 26, Redskins 23. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Cincinnati at Atlanta. At the beginning of the year, Cincinnati, 2-3, looked like a team that could exploit an opponent with the long pass. But the Bengals have a mishmash of an identity because they cannot keep deep and they are having trouble with the run game. Palmer has 7 touchdown passes but 6 INTs. Cincy will play without Odom, who is beginning a 4-game suspension for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing substances. Cincinnati is a desperate team because Pittsburgh and Baltimore are starting to take control of the AFC North. The Bengals cannot afford to fall further behind, especially with a tough stretch in the schedule looming. Falcons 13, Bengals 10. At 3:05 Central Time on Fox, it's Arizona at Seattle. Seattle's offense was good but not great last week against a Bears defense playing without linebacker Briggs, but the addition of hard-running tailback Lynch gives the Seahawks another dimension, and the Cards have been woeful against the run, 29th in the NFL. The Cardinals' defense still needs to show consistency instead of one-hit wonders like the last outing against New Orleans. I think they will win. They will against Seattle, a team that seems to bring out the best in the Cards, but with a rookie quarterback leading the Arizona offense, the Cards won't be able to generate enough points. Seahawks 19, Cardinals 13. At 3:15 Central Time on CBS, it is New England at San Diego. Brady is having his customary year, completing 67.5% of his passes for 10 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. With an armada of players around him scoring 30.8 points per game, the Patriots present plenty of challenges on offense. Patriots 35, Chargers 24. At 3:15 Central Time on CBS, it is Oakland at Denver. The Broncos see the start of divisional play as a way to try to make up some ground. Quarterback Orton enters the game ranked second in the NFL in passing yards with 1,942, and last week unveiled package of plays featuring rookie quarterback Tim Tebow flashed his running skills, and soon he may test his passing arm. Lloyd is 71 yards shy of eclipsing his career high of 733 yards receiving in the season, while with the 49ers in 2005. I will say Broncos 28, Oakland 20. Then it's the game of the week at 7:20 Central Time on NBC. It's Sunday Night Football between Minnesota at Green Bay. I feel that this will be a return to prominence because Moss should be able to help stretch the field for Favre, but Favre can only play good in this one if he forces no turnovers. It is just when you think Favre is done, he can still shut you up. I would also expect the underneath routes to be open for Percy Harvin, and injuries are slowing Green Bay way down the tank. I'm going to have to say Vikings 27, Packers 17. Then at 7:30 Central Time on ESPN, it's Monday Night Football between the Giants of New York at Dallas. Contrary to what you might hear on the radio or TV about these two teams, the offense has essentially come out in a wash. Dallas has more total yards per game and more conversions for first downs. The Giants have more rushing yards per game and more points per game. It balances out quite well, if you ask me. It's true that the Cowboys have a very talented team in every respect, but the Giants have players that have executed just as well without the same level of appeal and flash that the Dallas players enjoy. My hope is that on Monday Night Football, Eli Manning and his young receiving core put up some numbers that make it clear to the whole audience just how underrated the New York Giants have really been so far this year. Giants 20, Cowboys 17. Giants 20, Cowboys 27. So that wraps up my picks for this 2010 through 2011 NFL regular season schedule, Week 7. Remember, Detroit, Indianapolis, the Jets of New York, and Houston all have bye weeks. So after all, who you got?